File line 42, take 76.
Sure plays a me.
Good evening. Your money, what do we do with it? Well, in a typical year, the BBC has £340 million to allocate, so how do we cut up the cake? Well, this 7.7% goes on investment credit. This 2.2% goes on artists, musicians, and so forth. This 14.3 goes on technical requirements. This 16.1 goes on forward planning and regional development. And this 59.7% goes on cake.
Here are the main points again.
Jeddah. In his new budget, the Chancellor of Saudi Arabia has put 20 lashes on a bottle of whiskey.
Art experts admit that another of the National Gallery's collection is not by John Constable, but is in fact by his son, William. Let's work out what a little joke like that costs to tell. First, you need writers, 34 of them at £9 each. Then there's the writer's coffee, £53 and 7p. Then there's the whole production team, camera crew, electricians, secretaries, and so on. 47 of them, and to be honest, none of them exactly underpaid. Well, now we come to the sketch itself. You need performers, and the performers need clothes. Griff's alpaca scarf is by Givenchy and costs £25. His Shetland loafer jacket costs £230. His Pierre Cardin jeans cost £73. The crowbar used in this sequence is in hand-tempered Swedish steel by Sebastian. Now, to avoid the risk of advertising, the car itself had to be custom-built for the BBC. It's an exact replica of a 1973 Vanden Plas Princess Royale. The wall you see in the background is 14th century Italian. Probably from Siena. And, of course, I don't come cheap either.
Hello, I'm Mel.
I'm Chris. Hi.
Welcome to Self-Defense.
Today, when will your attacker strike? Mel.
Well, I can't know that, Chris.
Exactly.
Good point. So, be prepared where it counts. On the street, in the pub, or even at home.
Right. How do we begin, Mel?
Well, let's begin with unarmed combat.
Right. I'm you, minding your own business at a party. Suddenly, you're picked on by a violent drunk. Mel.
You're laughing at me. You liar. I don't even talk to poofs.
Show him that you're too cool to be provoked.
I'll show you bloody martial arts, Jimmy.
I don't need all that rough talk, Chief.
Are you talking to me?
Anticipating the moment of attack.
Not yet.
Sorry. Exploit your opponent's momentum, converting a trip and a throw out of his attack. Okay, now let's see what that really looks like.
Hey, 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 hey,
Ow.
OK, well, now it's your turn, Chris.
Right, this time let's give the assailant a knife.
Yes, and we'll show you how to take it away from him. OK, come at me with that knife, Chris.
Right.
No, come at me. Properly, come on.
The shout's really good.
No, really, come on.
Blood. The most important commodity you possess. Don't hoard it. Give it. Yes, we need your blood, desperately. Help us.
That was an appeal on behalf of the 4 main clearing banks.
Yeah?
Have you got something about that long? Sort of that thick. Made of wax.
Yeah?
Well, you better light it, and we're cutting your electricity off.
Hello, I'm down here. That's right, I'm over here. Well, even if you can't see me very well, I believe at least you can hear me. Now, one of the worst things about these cuts, I'm afraid, is the way they're going to affect the quality of the cinematography. That is, the way the pictures are taken. This shot, for instance, is an incredibly expensive shot taken from a helicopter. That's you up there, and I'm all the way down here. And this sort of thing costs an obscene amount of money. My God, if you knew how much helicopters and all that jazz costs to get together, you'd be a very reluctant renewer of your TV license, I can tell you. I won't keep you.
You've never been.
No.
Well, you see, I'm to be honest with you, I think I'm getting a bit old. Right.
After a really excellent meal, what better way to enjoy pleasant company than with a really good cigar? I always smoke Macbeth, made from the finest Havana tobaccos. Long,
Excuse me,
and incredibly mild.
is Harry all right?
Yeah.
He seems to be talking to the wall.
You've plundered the jungles of Brazil
5 for 7.
to bring you cocoa beans dark as ever. And from Shropshire meadows comes the milk to make. Elizabeth Dudgeon's ancient thing.
A couple of cans of treacle, 12 pounds of Brussels sprouts.
Welcome to badminton, where a large crowd are enjoying themselves in the full expectation of seeing a gang of horsey snobs falling slap into the mire, getting filthy, and making fools of themselves in public. Straight away over to the trout hatchery, Lucinda Pryor Palmer approaching, so fingers crossed. Yes. I can assure those of you at home that a good half-gallon of dirty water has just shot straight up that upper-class hyphenated nose. I speak for everyone when I say, serves you right, Miss Hoity-Toity, and Roberta Flavel James. And she's coming up trout hatchery again, and this is terrific. I really think she may have hurt herself quite badly, too, judging from the way the crowd is laughing. So now that we moved on to watch riders over the more simple fences, we're not going to, because it's not really as much fun as watching pompous knobs flopping about in mucky ditches. Raymond Barnes Markham, will he get a mouthful? Yes. Interesting to think, isn't it, just what previous horses would have deposited in the water. And another one, whoopsie-daisy there, mate. And another one. Well, dear, oh dear, we're having a bit of fun here today. And just in a minute, I think it's the moment. Yes, here we are. It's the moment that everyone who hates rich people and horses has been waiting for. It's Princess Anne herself, approaching the crowd hatchery. And wouldn't it be wonderful if she prized us all and rode straight into a tree instead? And... yes, she has! Most amusing.
Hello. This is a model of the set we were going to use at this point in the programme. But when we discovered it was going to cost £500 to build this set, we thought, well, that's a bloody waste of money, isn't it? I mean, if you said to someone, what would you prefer? To hear a good joke or have £500, there aren't many who would prefer the good joke. So instead of building this set, we've decided to offer the cash, the £500, to anyone who wants it, to anyone who feels as though they ought to have more money than they have at present. So if you're poor and in need, or if you're rich and greedy, please don't delay, but write to us at this address.
I want a lot more money, i.e. £500, not the 9 o'clock news, BBC Television Centre, Wood Lane, London W12.
Enclosing a photograph of yourself and a cheque or postal order for £5. The first 100 applications received will have the prize divided between them. In case you think it's immoral to give away money like this, there is a competition element. Thinking up any word that rhymes with set will qualify you to win the prize. Words like net, bet and get are all perfectly all right. Right, well, while we've got the set here, we thought we may as well do the sketch that we were going to do at this point. And I was going to play Mark Phillips,
right,
and Mel here was...
Princess Anne.
Princess Anne, that's right. And so you're on the set.
Yes, this is in the new lounge at Gatcombe Park.
That's right.
Okay, and I'm just sort of hoovering.
That's right.
Oh dear, these hooves get everywhere. Oh, come on, Mark. Late again.
Home, darling.
Hello, darling.
All right, Range Rover, you can go.
Want a drink, darling?
No thanks. Just get these off, will you? Right. Now listen now. About these cuts. I'm afraid we're getting a lot of stick from the proles about this rise.
How beastly!
So I'm afraid we're going to have to cut back a bit. I don't think we need to redecorate the horses' bedrooms as often as we have.
I could always stop pouring champagne down the sink, darling.
No, don't do that. We never get rid of it any other way.
Oh, unless we invited the hunt round more often. Here they are now.